Hello people, let's do Australia. I'm going to start off each video now by introducing you to a different town, different city or a different area of Australia. Today we're going to start with Kalgoorlie. Here's Kalgoorlie in semi-bumfuck nowhere. Kalgoorlie is a gold mining town. It was founded, I don't know, 1830, 1840, I don't know, 1850 sometime. And when it was first founded, they're like, wow, there's lots of gold here, but there's no water, and you need water to gold mine. So an enterprising man spent a lot of money building a pipeline above ground all the way from Perth to Kalgoorlie. And it was, a pretty big project in its day. I mean, that's a long way to build a fucking pipeline. And I actually think you can see it by the side of the road in some photos. So if you ever see it, you're in between Perth and Kalgoorlie. A friend of mine at uni did a paper it was on some aspect of prostitution. She did like evolutionary psychology or something. And she found that the oldest prostitute in Australia is working in Kalgoorlie and gets a good trade. So there you go. There's some useless knowledge for your day. Now let's have a look at what it looks like here. Now I associate wide roads with WA. They tend to have very wide roads. They have a lack of living nature strips. This could be very easily confused with Alice Springs for one, and possibly Darwin. So let's have a bit of a look around. It does have that red dust, and Darwin actually has that red dust quite prevalent. So let's go down the road a bit. You do get these artificially green areas, but we've basically got dead red nature strips, scattered trees, wide roads, red dust, and some fairly old houses in the mix. A few palms, but I'm sure you can get the general feel and the general look of Kalgoorlie. And if you get it, you will know exactly where you are. So I hope that this is helpful to you in some way, because this doesn't look like Gen 1, does it? So you might well get it. Right, we're going to be doing a challenge, so you can join in if you like. I'm using the official map because it has a more complete photo set, and when the Gen 1 gets updated, you will have a head start. I want this to be about understanding Australia as a whole, as opposed to just understanding the parts of Australia that are on the specific map that you're competing with, because this is going to give you a side advantage. We're going to be doing no move, but pan and zoom, so we can get a better 360 understanding of where we are. Let's go. Oops, paste. Ah, dear. At first glance, I would put this above Brisbane. Firstly, we have that's a decent sized gum tree, but we've also got like all this shit, all these palms. Yeah, right. So I might even go way further up than Brisbane, looking at the amount of palms we have here. That's a shit ton. But we also have really big gum trees, and really big gum trees don't tend to go that far up. Like, I don't know, maybe from here they start to shrink, but then you've got to take into consideration, are these trees getting bigger because they're getting water all year round as opposed to only part of the year round? Yeah. So how far up do we go? Yeah, I'm going to go pretty far up. Look at that. Maybe around Townsville. It could even be around Cairns, to be honest with you. Let's go middle. Wow, way further down, and I should have noticed that because of the tree size. Oh well. Unfortunate. Wow. Okay. Look at that. Look at those beauties. Wow. Once again, you're going to say, this has got to be high up. Like, where else are you going to get that? All right. I'm going to go exactly where I was before. And that time it was right. Nice clear picture. We have a little bit of stiltage going on here. This might be a little bit of a floodplain. We have some mountains in quote marks in the background. How big is that forest? To me, that looks a little bit shrunken. That doesn't look like a full-size forest to me. And this again is quite scattered. This reminds me of further up north. This looks like sheep country. Oh, I'm not sure. What's that? Is that a palm? Oh, fuck it. I have to go up here because the forest looks shrunken. But it just doesn't look quite right to me. Yeah, not hell bad. All right, Rocky. Okay. Well, we've seen that now, so I forget where Drake is, but we've seen it now. I actually think I remember where Drake is, but let's just have a look around and forget that I know that. Where are we? Now these rolling kind of hills here with, they're nice green, scattered clear, you've got the grass showing, you've obviously got grazing going on. What else can indicate this area? Usually around this area you actually start seeing some really bizarre looking houses because this is heading into hippie country. That's not usual. Okay, now this is heading up into like the alternative area, so to speak, where people like to grow their own food and their own pot. And I used to live up here. I did indeed. I used to live. Let me show you where I used to live. Where are you? Kurabel I lived in. Oh fuck. Somewhere here. Kurabel. I used to live in Kurabel. Anyway, Drake is somewhere like down here. Down here somewhere. Look, I'm not going to look for it, but this would be close enough, like just here. Okay, not too far. Right. healthy looking trees. Not exactly full height forest, but that is. We've got, is that dark bark trees? Because I know where dark bark trees live. I don't have much to go on, but I'm going to go like around here. It's not very hedgy, but it'll do. All right, that was the up near Newcastle. You know, that was a bit generic, to be honest, and those ones are pretty hard. 14 is not unrespectable. How did you do? Let's try another one. And we didn't have any WA or South Australia throw-ins there, which means that was a relatively easy round because it didn't have Perth or Adelaide in it. Now let's try another one. That could be a lake system. Not necessarily the sea. It is east, so I think we can assume we're on the east coast. Number plates, be wary. That does look yellow, but and he is parked, so he doesn't live there. So okay, fair enough. Now, is this northern or southern coast? We've got a palm there. We've got some palms here. But not a hell of a lot of them. This could be anywhere. It could literally be fucking anywhere. I'm going to give it South Coast. And I'm going to say, I'm going to put it in Narra. Not hella bad. The reason I went south was I've done a bit of driving up and down there, and it did remind me of it. But above Sydney, you get really tall trees up around Newcastle, and then from there on up, it just looks a little bit more tropical. First instinct is around Brizzy, just the way that tree looks. I'm going to put it in the hills at the back of Brizzy just because of that tree, and I don't really have much else to go on. No, I don't think we can see anything anyway, and I'd prefer not to check it. Alright, just on that one tree I'm going to go there. That was further up. Okie doke. Wow. They don't look like mountain ash to me. Black barkers. The black bark that I've seen is here, and it's a very small area and it's not mountainous enough to call that there. But this could be in Tassie, like, when this water wasn't here, maybe there was an ecological bar that these guys travelled on. Fuck, this doesn't look like Tassie though, does it? Really? It's too dry. I mean, you do get some dry areas down there. Fuck knows though, really. Really? Tassie? Tassie or Vic? What do you think? I mean, does that just look dark because of the sun? Holy shit. Australia, UV so hard. Nice old house. Dead shit. Okay then. Coastal South Australia would be, yeah, but because Diverse World is a little bit biased on their South Australian photos, it might be biasing us. Some palms. I have no idea. I've seen Western Australian suburbs that look like this that have completely white soil. Fuck it. Go South Australia. I bet you did better than me on that one. North New South Brizzy. Totally. Brisbane. Okay, maybe not. But not too bad though. I didn't really mean to click on that. We were in Taree. We still didn't get any really tricky Perth ones on that. Oh well. Should we look at one more place in Australia before we go? Where's another hot place? Let's look at Albany. Okay, let's look out of town first. See, now tell me that you'd pick WA for that. That looks, I don't know, very South Australian, doesn't it? Even possibly Victorian. This boy though, this boy is WA. Take a good look. That is telling you you're in WA. And that's the only thing in this fucking picture that will tell you that. Because that's New South, isn't it? What's that? How do I get out of this? How do I get back out of this? Go back to that. Let's have a look in town, maybe right in the centre of, like on the coast here. See what the coast itself looks like. I mean, hide imagery. Where's the fucking compass? There it is. Okay, so just say you're given this, right? And you're going, okay, there's an inlet here. There's water, like, I don't know, that way-ish. It's south, I guess you could say. Disregarding the signs, that is. Would you pick this? What pretty trees. Aren't they pretty? Do we have wide roads? Not so much, really. I don't know if it's particularly distinguishable. It does look like Adelaide, very much so. It looks like Adelaide suburbs a lot. A lot. I'd pick this for Adelaide any day. Any fucking day. So how can we tell this is WA? I don't know, maybe the mountain? Maybe that? This looks very much like the Victorian southern coast as well, like just in this particular picture. I mean, I'd pick that for Warrnambool any day. Australia's hard. All right, that'll do for today. I hope you did really well in the challenges and that you're, I don't know, finding this useful in some way. And I'll see you next time.